Welcome. This is our Thursday roundtable discussion with Elify. My name is E.R. Wolf. I'm one of the co-founders here, joined with my business partner, Guy Toole. And every week we host this roundtable discussion. We talk about a topic. We all collectively work together. We give you guys some tidbits of information to use for yourself. And then we have a closed discussion with everybody who's joined. And Guy, one of the things that is super exciting, first of all, it's the first day of the last month of the year. Right? The first day of the last month of the year. So even though 2022 is coming to a close, this is still the first day, a new day, a day to work and be active and take action. And Guy, you and I are athletes. We've been athletes our entire life. And I want to talk about this topic on today's thing before we open this up to our roundtable discussion. And it's something we came across about the 3 keys to winning. Okay. And when I think about winning, it's not just in athletics and in sports. It's not just in an individual sport or in a team sport. This is winning. Yeah, in life, in whatever the heck you're doing, right? We want to win. If you are a competitive soul, you want to win in whatever you're doing, right? It doesn't mean that everybody else has to lose. In some cases, that's the truth. In other cases, you can help everybody win, but you want to be focused on winning. And we want to be talking about the 3 keys to winning. So if you want to go through those keys, and then I think we take a little bit of time to just speak on each one of them.
Let's do it. The 3 keys to winning: out-prepare, outwork, outlast. Everyone.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Right.
and we're going to love having this and open this up once we're done with this live training here to everyone else to be able to have this type of conversation. Yes, it goes back to athletics, but for us, that's where we glean things and how we get the idea and what makes us competitive in life. Yep. And trying to bring some of that to the business realm space, saying that it works across the board.
It does.
To outperform or outprepare, outwork, outlast everyone. To know that if we show up for whatever we're doing, if it means I'm sitting down, shutting everything else off to work on something on my computer for a 30-minute task, I'm prepared, right? I'm showing up and I have a game plan. That's 90% of what it is. And the rest is just getting it done.
Yeah. I mean, if you come prepared, Guy, if you come prepared, think about this. If you show up prepared to whatever you're doing, you're going to be better than 90% of the people who are showing up. Why? Because 90% of people don't even prepare. I mean, can you imagine going to a professional sporting event and one of the teams hasn't even prepared? Right? So if you show up prepared, you're going to outperform 90% of the people. Now, the other people who are showing up prepared too, that's where the dogfight comes into play, right? Where both people are prepared. Then you're outworking, you're outlasting. But let's take a second and talk about preparation, okay? If you're going into anything, we always say you got to have the right knowledge, you got to have the right skills, you got to have the right tools. That's all part of the preparation process. You got to have a game plan. You got to have a strategy in whatever you're doing. It might take you a minute to put that stuff together in your head. Like Guy, you were just talking about, you're going to sit down, you're going to do an action or an activity. That activity is going to take 30 minutes. If you're not even preparing yourself to do that activity as you go into it, and we talk about AMP, attitude, moment, process, as we go into our actions, part of that AMP is being prepared. What is the process? What am I going to be doing? Right? Guy knows in his process, if I'm going to do something for 30 minutes, I'm going to shut down and eliminate all distractions. He's got a process that he's putting in place as part of that preparation to take action. And then he is now equipped to go in and do the work. So preparation is the first step. And it's a critical component. If you don't do that, you're going to, independent of how hard you work and how hard you last, somebody else is going to be more prepared than you. So come in prepared. Guy, I don't know if you have anything or thoughts to add on the preparation step. Otherwise, guys, you can be as prepared as possible, but if you don't take a step, if you don't take action, if you don't start to do that 4-letter word that we just talked about, work, right? Everybody avoids these 4-letter words. They're so bad. Take the action. So you can outwork everybody. What's that mean, Guy?
We're all adults. And we're hopefully all prepared when we get to adulthood to understand that we have to do things that we don't want to do, but we have to do them, right? Think about growing up and your parents are like, pick up the trash, clean the dishes, clean out the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, vacuum, mow the lawn, scoop the driveway. You didn't want to do it, but that's preparing you for life, for things you don't want to do. You have to pay your bills. You've got to work. You've got to make a living to do these types of things. So what we try to couple this with is we all are entrepreneurs and we have a goal, right? And say my goal is way out there and it's a huge number.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're going to get there, but I know I've got to begin and I know I've got to take a step. Mm-hmm. You know, James, you had your goal of 5 for 5, right? And that's a great one. You've then we have to prepare. We have to know what we're going to do in those text, emails, social media posts, whatever those are. Like that's prepared. Then I have to do it. Yeah. I have to prepare for my follow-up. Then I have to do it. Mm-hmm. I have to reach back out if no one replied back, or I have to go to the next person. Mm-hmm. But it's something innate in all of us. We don't want to do it. Yeah. But we have to, if we're adult enough about it and understand that this is what, if I want to do something, if I want to have something I've never had, I'm going to have to do things I've never done.
Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth, guys? And I mean, this work thing, it's having the discipline to do things as Guy's talking about when you don't want to do them and being consistent and relentless in the pursuit of putting in that work. Again, we're going to lean back on some of the athletic stuff, but if I go to the gym and I see people at the gym who are achieving what I want to achieve as the result of my activity at the gym, and I go up to them and I say, wow, I see you here every day doing your workout. You must love it here. Go do a survey. Most of them are like, you know, I didn't really feel like coming today, but I have the discipline to make it happen even if I don't feel like it, right? I mean, think about that. That action alone allows you to take that first step Guy is talking about, allows you to put in the work, right? And allows you to continue to make that forward progress. If you're sitting there and you've prepared 100%, you are more prepared than anybody. Guy, you and I meet people who are so prepared, they're getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready to get started, right? But they never get started. If you are prepared to work and then you put that plan and that preparation into action, which is the work part, and you have the discipline to be relentlessly consistent in your work, right? Independent of how you're feeling, because feeling is just up here in your head. It'll change. You can amp yourself to feel a little bit differently to get into that action, etc. Then you're starting to make forward progress. And now if you're in competition, guys, and this could be business competition, this could be athletic competition, the last step is you got to outlast anybody. Yeah. Right?
Yay. Right? You got to outlast yourself. This is one of the biggest things, right? The ER you're talking, you get the choice.
You do.
That's what we also get as being an adult. We get a choice. We get a choice on if we're actually going to go after our goals, our dreams, or if whatever time that dash that we spend in our life is unfulfilled. And we want people to live a fulfilled life.
100%.
And that's the whole mission with Elify. If it comes down to anything, is supporting people to live a fulfilled life. And, oh, by the way, we do it with running a system. Yeah. There's a system in place. And we've talked about it. We've sort of joked about it. I mentioned it, I think, the other day from like, there's a bigger vision, right? That's such a huge vision of helping people live a fulfilled life. Yeah. That in order to do that, we've had to incrementally do our business in the way that we've done it. to understand what are elements that can support people to live a fulfilled life. To say, how can a business with just business cards support me in living a fulfilled life? Well, when we look at the numbers and statistics and understanding when people get into business cards are still have been, always will be the number one form of marketing that people feel that they need to have.
Yep.
And they work and they prepare to make sure that they have the best lasting impression to be able to provide to people.
Yep. Yep.
To be able to expand that and say, okay, if we're taking the Jeff Bezos approach of selling books at Amazon and his investors are coming back to him saying, what the hell's going on? Like, we are not making money and selling books is not the path. And he says, trust me, there's a bigger picture here.
That's right.
Business cards is not the path. There's a bigger picture here.
Yeah.
Right. Ruben, you've been in a networking group that don't know what's really going on and happening with it. Elify is going to be massive in networking.
That's right.
When I say there's a bigger picture, that's the picture. And then we just start trickling in the elements that support us in networking. Because what is a conversation? How difficult is a conversation to have with anybody? Say, hey, I would like to bring you into a network where we're building community, we're building trust, we're sharing information about ourselves with others. But what we really love is being able to refer you business.
Yeah.
Come in, try it out. It's free.
Yeah.
But there's so much more available to you when you just put your toe in. A lot of people say, don't put your toe in, jump full feet, just dive right in. Put your toe in if you want to.
Yeah.
And see what can happen.
That's right. That's right. Why? Because again, we've already out prepared everybody. Okay. Guy, like you said, there's a vision that's well beyond what most people see. We're willing to outwork everybody, guys. I don't know anybody who has a stronger work ethic than my partner Guy there. And maybe I'd consider myself a close second. Right. And we're willing to outlast everybody. And I think that's the mentality we want everybody to have. And outlasting is just a never give up mentality. We've talked about the book Grit, right? It's a never give up mentality that says, I will continue forward no matter what. That if I see an obstacle, I will find a way out, around, over, under, or through whatever it is. I will continue to put one foot in front of the other, independent of what's going on, until such time I reach my goal, until such time I reach the finish line. And when you have that mentality, right, the 3 keys to winning at whatever you do, inevitably you end up winning. That's the reality. Most people forget that. When they get to preparing, they get the preparation done, they start working, and maybe they don't achieve or they're not following with the trajectory or the expectation that they had. They maybe didn't get the instant gratification, or they're not celebrating the wins. They end up looking for an excuse to quit. Guys, it's either you win or you quit a lot of the time. So are you a winner or are you a quitter? I mean, that's a great mind frame to have, in my opinion, because I have a no quit attitude when it comes to doing the things that I'm working on. You just do it until it's done. If a hole needs to get dug, you don't move one shovel of dirt and then go inside. You dig until the hole is there. It's not that hard, but it still takes action. So guys, what we're going to do right now is we're going to end this live stream and we're going to open this up for roundtable discussion. If you want to join the conversation, make sure you've got the link for these Zooms. If you don't have it, ask or get on the social and ask, and we'll make sure that comes to you. And then we'll take it in the way that people have raised their hand. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys on the inside and look forward to this conversation and continuing this conversation with everybody in the group.